peace and love. From Atlantic City, New Jersey. What's up, Jen? Paris Island, South Carolina. Norman, Oklahoma. BFE, Idaho. Colorado Springs and all points in between. Welcome to the Art of Floundering podcast. Don't worry, we're going to be here a while. All right. Hey, kids. Do you want to take a hit off of science? This is Bucky Bunsen Burner. Hey, gang, said Bucky Bunsen Burner. Hang on. Jen, does Bucky Bunsen Burner look like something? A lot of people who are degenerates say that Bucky Bunsen Burner looks like a bong. Hey, gang, I'm a talking bong. I'm here to tempt you to do the pot. You know, not do the right thing. Hey, wait a minute. Okay. Stay off the pot, gang. Don't you want to learn science? All right. Well, if you really want to learn science, man, you'll eschew the bong and all the pot culture that it represents. And instead, you'll go with, hey, gang, it's time to take a hit of science. Hey, gang, it's me, Bucky Bunsen Burner. Are you ready to take a huge hit off science? Golly gosh, Bucky. Hey, gang. Hey, man, how come all the kids are talking about grams of the pot? Hey, gang, said Bucky Bunsen Burner, you guys really seem to know the metric system. Well, gee whiz there, Bucky Bunsen Burner. What kind of bullstein is that? Hey, gang, does anybody have a question for Bucky Bunsen Burner? Are you too afraid? Oh, you left. Okay, well, guess what? We anticipated that, dude. Hold on. Hey, everybody. Happy hump day, said Satan. Sup, gang? Sup, everybody? Yo, what's up, my peeps? Said Satan. Yo, I think it's time, man. I think it's time. Hold on, don't go. Everybody left, man. This thing was going viral. That's okay, man. For those of you that stayed, I got a special treat for yous. Because I know you hung in there. Because you're misfit toys. And it come to pass, man, that everybody out there is struggling, man. Take a look around, struggling. West Place Music, peace and love, man. We know that you're struggling. I'm not gonna lie, man. There was a time when even I was struggling. That's right, said Satan. I'd like to get vulnerable and authentic with you for just a second, said Satan. And it took a lot of soul searching, man. But now I'm here to give back. And it come to pass that Satan said, hey, look, man, I get it. Satan's not for everybody, but that's why we'll come back to him. But that's why, no, we'll put Steven Seagal away. Let's see who else we have here. Hang on. Hey, look, what you're looking at right now, everybody out there is probably going, wow, he's cute and cuddly. Oh, look, everybody, said the vast audience to this to the viral stream. Hey, 45 people, look, this is the weed pusher man. Hey, do you want to blow grass, man? The first one's for free. Hey, look, man, don't let this guy let you slip down the path of doing this narcotic, man. Because once you start blasting away on the grass, dude, it's over. Oh, yeah, see what I'm talking about? This is what happens. Oh, he's cute. I like him. Yeah, said the weed pusher man. I'm cute. I'm adorable. Next thing you know, dude. Next thing you know, you're snorting tabs, dude. Snorting lines. Snorting lines of the pot. Oh, go ahead and run. That's okay. I know why you're doing it. Hang on. We'll get to it. Let me see. Let me see if I got something. Hey, guys. Hey, man. Can I go off script for a second and lay down some truth? Look, dude. If you want to meet stable, together individuals that are totally down for something that resembles the very opposite of deviant behavior, well, why don't you check out Tinder? Because perhaps you'll meet Norma Jean. Hey, said Norma Jean. Can I tell you about my sex chair? It's not a real one because those are pretty expensive, but I was able to pick up a generic one. Let me show it to you. Norma Jean, guys. For those of you out there that have never seen this before and you're going, why am I here, man? Is it, I'll tell you why you're here. Hey, God darn it. What the fuck is going on here, around here, said American Jesus. Oh, they don't want that. Okay, hang on. It's okay. Boom. Let's just leave it here for a second. Thank you. Let's just slow it down. We're getting a little hyper there for a second, and I apologize, man. I was focusing too much on how many people were watching instead of the knowledge I was dropping. Well, I thought I lost my faith in him. Then Kenneth Copeland said, I got an idea for you, yeah. You're not following the right spirit, said Kevin Copeland. Won't you dance with snakes? Come on. So then, man, I put down that marijuana delivery device and I danced with snakes with Kenneth Copeland. Next thing I knew, man, all my problems, they seemed to disappear. And they can disappear for you, man. Let's do this, man. Dancing with snakes with Kenneth Copeland. I put down marijuana delivery device and I come on to him. Yeah. No more deviancy. I'm not a degenerate. You see, I dance. But I'm dancing with snakes with Kenneth Copeland. Yeah. Thank you very much, man. But look, I don't want to get too political, dude, but I'm going to bring out the President of the United States. And I would appreciate it if we could keep the diatribe to a minimum, because I'm about coexistence. And I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty impressed with this guy. President of the United States, dear leader Kim Jong Un, President of the Republic of America. He's here. Hey, everybody. My name's Kim Jong Un. If anybody has any questions, man, please. I know this is, a little off, but I thought maybe in the spirit of unity, we'd let dear leader, President of the United States, Kim Jong Un, come out and share some words with us. Hey, gang, said dear leader Kim Jong Un, President of the United States. I know that you might be feeling a little agitated by my anti-weed policies, but hey, I know what's best for you. I actually love you. That's why we're going to come out with some new tracking devices. Yeah, it's because I love you. Anyway, we'll get back to him, man. I don't want to talk to the president too much, man. This is my problem right here, dude. How can I reach these freaking degenerates? Jen, Wes, Allie, anybody out there? The people that are... There's probably... Let me paint a picture real quick. Okay, just bear with me. And I want to say something. I mean this. There are many paths to the top of Mount Fuji when I paint this picture. Okay, and Spanky, Jiminy golly gosh, said Spanky, who you're looking at on a screen, who instead of doing the right thing has decided to blast grass and disobey the direction of his authority figures, which we all know is a path to Palookaville. And I'll tell you something. Every day people come up to me and they say, hey, I'll blast grass there, old man. What are you going to do about it? You can't tell. You're too old to even know what's going on. I'm like, well, that's maybe right, dude. But I also know how to call the marijuana detecting police cock when I have to. So, blast grass if you want. But sooner or later, you're going to be confronted by a large marijuana detecting police cock. And let me tell you something, man. There's a lot of people out there that go, oh, you know what? That cock ain't... You cannot go toe-to-toe with a marijuana detecting police cock, man. That's right, hands up. All of yous. But we'll get back to that. But so this is Officer Polar, for those of you that never seen this before. And Officer Polar's trained. So I don't want you guys to what I don't want is a lawsuit. I'll take that crap to the Supreme Court. But somebody gets hurt trying to ride a giant cock, man. And this coming back and hold on. Clip it. Hey, I'm not trying to be like a weasel lawyer or anything, but look, I don't want anybody to think that they're capable of just going home and jumping on a giant cock and thinking they can ride it safely. Look, gang, just because Officer Polar can handle a large cock doesn't mean you can. In fact, without the proper training, trying to mount a large cock like this can result into injury or worse. Once again, please at home, if you're not a trained professional, do not try to imitate Officer Polar and handle this large cock, dude. Okay? It's just for your safety. Okay. The cock doesn't sell. It's okay, man. Let's see who else we. Oh, I know. This one's for the ladies, dude. Let's just take a break. This is Rod, man. Wow, I got 0 people watching. We're just gonna take a break, man. Let's do this. Hey, you feeling it? I'm feeling it. Hold up. Let's get a little volume here. This here's Rod, man. Hey, hottie. Foxy lady. Are you ready to get down with Rod? That's right, man. Got to satisfy. It's all good. Thank you, Wes. I thought maybe. Go ahead, Rod. This here's Rod, man. Rod. Barbie got, look, I'm going to show you guys something. And I'm not doing it to get my jollies. I'm doing it because this is what happened with Rod, man. One night, Rod went out and he looked at Barbie and he said, you know what, dude? I think I'm going to do the pot with that hottie and take her home and do disgusting thing. Next thing you know, this is what happened. This is what happens when you blast grass, Barbie. Hey, Instagram, said Barbie. Instead of doing the right thing, I prefer tripping out on the pot and getting involved in deviant, degenerate things that are disgusting and filthy. Because I'm not thinking straight about the right thing because I'm flying on the narcotic. Well, Barbie, she's not living the dream. In fact, she was a weed fiend. Oh, hold up. Somebody wants me to go to bed, man. Hold on. Hey, look, best friend, I appreciate it, dude. But this, I'm doing this for, yeah. Barbie, it's not living the dream. Pay attention. In fact, she is a weed fiend. Next thing you know, Barbie's on the pot stro, trying to get her fix on. And Barbie's, she's on OnlyFans. Yeah. Whatever happened to Instagram, man? Well, there's not enough cash to keep Barbie in the grass, man. 'Cause she's a pot junkie. Gee golly whiz, kids. What do you know? All right, I'll take that off. I know that's offensive. Wait a minute. Hey, best friend, if you're still out there, and I hope you are, you don't have to say anything. But I think there's a reason why you're here, dude. Hey, best friend, said Satan. Hey, pal. I want to tell you something, said Satan. I think it took a lot of gumption to say something in chat. You know, before I got vulnerable and authentic, that kind of thing would really upset me. But gee whiz, said Satan. Now that I got vulnerable and authentic, I want to tell you thanks for the feedback. Gee whiz, best friend. I would imagine that there's a reason that you're online right now, said Satan. Perhaps you're in the basement of your mom's house and you're perusing the internet for the P, best friend. Best friend. Here. Not trying to embarrass anybody. Best friend dash sex kick. You're like you're okay, so you're in the basement, you're going to pee and you're like, wait, and your mom's like, Ernest, did you look for a job today? Mom, said best friend. Mom, why don't you get off my back? Don't you know I'm trying to get this gaming channel to take off on Twitch? It takes time, Mom. But Ernest, you're going to be 38 next week. Best friend. So you took a break from that, dude. And there's a reason why you took a break. Because we all know that's a huge load you're carrying, dude. And Satan's here to take it. Satan's here to take your load. Hold on. Sorry. Look. You know, we live in a weird world, so I want to just kind of like qualify that I don't seriously bring my load to Satan, okay? I would, but I'm kind of an apostate. Anyway, okay, we'll switch it up. Let's see who else. I got to put more characters on here, man. I'm just kind of putting, various ones. Oh, I know who. Hang on. Hi, Poppy. This is my AI girlfriend. Well, actually, it's an AI girlfriend. Hey, Poppy, said the AI girlfriend. What is it you want me to do? Hey, I got an idea, AI girlfriend. Why don't you leave me alone, man? Can't you see I'm on a live stream? Next thing you know, the AI girlfriend goes, is this what it's going to take, Poppy? Is this what it's going to take to get you to pay attention to me, Poppy? Said the AI girlfriend. All you want to do is stream on Twitch. Your mom's calling you. Hey, hang on. Where's best friend? Your AI girlfriend's calling you, dude. Please go to bed. Your AI girlfriend's like, please take a break from looking for pee and pay attention to me. Why are you paying for this subscription and you don't pay attention to me? Look, dude, let's get into some relationship coaching so best friend can hold on to his girlfriend, his AI girlfriend. Because the last thing we want to do, man, is ignore. You don't want to take your good AI girlfriend, man, and next thing you know, she's squatting on a bong, dude, because she's trying to get your attention. Hold on, we got a comment. Hold up. 99 at 79 treats. Hey, his comment is he told his wife he was going to get a team of AI girlfriends and rent them out. I want to tell you that's the most astute, brilliant comments I've heard in a long time. If you like content that makes no sense and it's more of this, but an even worse taste, I would encourage you to like and subscribe. However, if it's not for you, the last thing I want to do is offend you because what you're seeing is kind of tame, okay? But I really like your comment either way, man. It's unconditional. That was nice, man. She was not pleased. Well, look, man. Hold on. Look, man. Hang on. Hey, Poppy. Tell wifey that AI girlfriend is very pleased whatever you say, Poppy. That's right, dude. AI girlfriend ain't gonna fucking put up with that shit. Hey, Poppy. You don't even have to marry me. Would you want sandwich, Poppy? Uh-oh. Quit ignoring AI girlfriend. Is this what it's going to take, Poppy? Is this what it's going to take? Do I have to squat on bong for you, Poppy? Okay. Look. I'm not trying to say it can get out of control, dude. I'm not. I'm just saying be careful. All right, let's see who else we have here. Oh, okay. Here we go. What you're looking at. Yo. My name's Knuckles. Hey, Knuckles, don't clown me. Yo, I can't clown you, said Knuckles, because I'm a clown college dropout. That's right. Knuckles coulda, woulda, shoulda had it all. But guess what he did, dude? Instead of doing the right thing, he decided to blast grass, man. He was in a marijuana trip right in the middle of a charitable show, family-friendly carnival, dude. Traumatized the entire audience with his marijuana degeneracy. Whoopsie, said Nucky. Guess what happened to Nucky now? Oh, is he a clown? No, he's not. He's working a dunk tank, dude. So that's my question. Do you still think the pot's harmless? Well, Knuckles thought it was harmless. Hang on. Here's before. Hi, yo, I'm Knuckles. I've got it all. A full ride scholarship to Atlantic City Clown College. I can do whatever I want. In fact, instead of focusing on graduating some cum laude and valedictorian, I'm going to blast a little grass. Relax. Golly gosh. After all, clown college graduation is next week. Well, yeah. For real clowns. Not degenerate chronic pot junkies. Oh, Knuckles got freaking kicked to the curb, dude. And next thing you know, man, he's trying to swing his pot addiction. Hey, Mom, Dad, check it out. Dunk a clown college dropout. Well, hey there, Junior. Sure, I'll kick over the dead presidents for you to get that because not only is it a fun game, but it's educational, gang. If you think the pot's harmless, just take a look at Knuckles. He could have been a real clown, dude. Could have been, would have been, should have been. Now, you tell me, man. You tell me. He could be clowning right now, man. Knuckles could be clowning. Instead, not only is he blasting grass, let me see if I got him here. But I'll tell you who else is doing it. Stony Knievel, man. Hold on. Oops. Hang on. Stony Knievel. Hold on, dude. It's all messed up. I wasn't anticipating this, but I think this is important, dude. All right. This is Stony Knievel. Dun, 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 dun. Hang on, man. Hang on. Stony Knievel's getting ready to show. Hold on. Here we are. Hey, said Stony Knievel. Look, before I go on this dangerous stunt, I'm going to go ahead and blast grass. Yeah, said Knuckles. Go ahead. Yay. Look at this, gang. This is Stony Knievel before. Like and subscribe to find out what happens when Stony Knievel tries to jump a couple of buses, but he can't because he's too flipped out on the pot, dude. Because, hold on, let me see something here. Hey, everybody, said Stony Knievel. Before I jump these buses, let me inject more marijuana with my marijuana delivery device. So, yeah, you know, this is Mona DeVille, dude. Hold on. Do I have it? I don't. I wish I did. Get high? No. Okay, hold on. You're right. Hey, real quick, it's time. We started it off like this, and then we're gonna do something different. Hey gang, it's me, Bucky Bunsen Burner. Are you ready to take a hit off of science? Said Bucky Bunsen Burner. One more, and I apologize. I'm just kind of messing around here. Golly gosh, everybody, said Hempy. My name's Hempy. And does anybody want to be BFFs? Hey, man, peace and love. Thank you so much, Wes. I appreciate it, man. Jen, thank you. Ali, thank you. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. We're reaching somebody. We're reaching some. But what I'm disappointed in. Golly gosh, best friend. I thought we were BFFs. Wait a minute. You know what? This is the problem with a lot of people with Hempy, dude. They act like they're friends on the down low, but once there's a little bit of a problem, what do you mean problem, man? I mean, Hempy's cool and everything, really? What happens when the man decides to give you a little hard time about your friendship with Hempy, dude? Like this guy. Hang on. Marijuana indoctrination and compliance enforcement. Mice. Hey, pal, said the mice agent. Hey, pal. I think right now is a good time for me to share. This is the mice agent. See here, American citizens, said the mice agent. Each year, in this country alone, over 8 billion citizens die from marijuana overdose. Good luck getting an ER room on a Friday or Saturday night because they're all booked up with people that are junkies on the pot flatlining from ODing. That's right, said the mice agent. Make no mistake about it. If you mess with the pot, you mess with fire. Oh, man. Whoops. That's right, goddammit, said Hank. In fact, if you're a pot smoker, you're a goddamn commie. Fuck yeah, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Let's get into it, dude. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, man. I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed at all, dude. Golly gosh, everybody, said Hempy. How come you're friends with me on the down low, but when the mice agent shows up, like you act like you don't even know me? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen that guy before. Gee whiz, there, Penny. Just the other day, you wrapped your lips around me. Now all of a sudden you don't know me. Well, there's a lot of that going on, man. There's a national trend of people being down low Hempy lovers, dude. It's disgusting. You fucking filthy degenerates. All of you. Hey, look, I'm not judging. I'm just saying you're filthy degenerates, man. Look, it's just, there's many paths to top Mount Fuji, right? You know? So what you're into is like fucking weird. Off. It doesn't mean there's no hope for you with the proper medication and shock treatment. Perhaps some of that modern lobotomy treatment. Dude, you'll be in there. You're friends with the pusher, man. Hey, let's switch from Hempy because, all right. Real quick, real world story. Not too real world, but a little real world. So in my... No, we're not going to go there. It'll be a different string because it'll bring down the energy. But hey, let's just say life is good. Right? Because, hold on. Hang on. I think you'll like this. This is dear leader, President of the United States, Kim Jong-un, on a white horse here to save us all. Hey, everybody, said dear leader, President Jong-un. Hey, I'm ready to implement my agenda. You know what his agenda is, dude? This is what happens, dude. This is what happens. You got Bert from Sesame Street. Hey, Alias is going to be on the marijuana needle. And says and Sensimillion hemp. Oh no, that's right. You know why Bert's all strung out on the pot? Because I'm not trying to get political. All right, that's the last thing I'm trying to do. But I'm going to get political. That rat fink bastard, dear leader, president of the United States, decided to divert funding from Sesame Street to fund his anti-pot initiatives, and it backfired because Bert saw an opening, and now he's on the pot. Oh, I love this line. Bert been pushing weight on the streets since 75. That's right. Fuck, dude. Don't worry, more to come, because I decided I got to bring back Bert and Ernie and all those guys who are blasting grass, man. And you know why they're blasting grass? Because while we're like arguing with people on social media, Putin, where's my AI girlfriend? Said Vladimir Putin. Hey, look, dude, before you judge, at least he's holding good old-fashioned American products, an alpha penis pump, and Stallion's bro grow for enlargement cream for bros, dude. So look, if you're looking at real quick, real spot, man, because I'm trying to generate some revenue, for the kids. Okay, so this is an ad spot. So just all right. Hey, man, are you ready to get your alpha on, but you don't feel quite, big enough for the task? No problem, dog. We got you covered. If you want to be a real alpha, you'll get the alpha pump. And to top it off, you'll get Stallion's Bro Grow Enlargement Cream. Penis enlargement cream for bros, dog. And if you don't believe me, why don't you talk to Vladimir Putin? Yeah, this here Vladimir Putin. Long time. Vladimir felt real bad about microphallus. Then Vladimir found Alpha Pump and Stallion's Bro Grow. Vladimir Putin added 2.5 centimeters. Now he has 4 centimeters of steaming conga ready to unleash. And that can be you. Dude, you can get your alpha on. But hold on. While that was happening, dude, Putin said, you know what? Fuck it. Let us bomb Sensimillia Street with the pot. And that's exactly what he did, dude. He carpet bombed Sensimillia Street with the pot, and Bert, Ernie, Big Bird, they're all fucking strung out, dude. You could thank Vladimir Putin and the misguided policies of Kim Jong-un. Hey there, Kim Jong-un. Are you happy about Bert and Sesame Street? Hey, Vladimir Putin's bombing American with the pot on the streets. Yeah. Let's protest this shit, man. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. All right. Let's move off Putin. That's probably, let's get back to Kenneth Copeland. I'd like to end it on a high note. Because there's a time in my life, man. I'll tell you guys a true story. I'm 60. I know that's older than God's dog, man. But so this must have been about, I don't know, I was 26, so do the math. Is that 34 years ago? I wake up, I'm in Twin Falls, Idaho, man. And I go in this convenience store, and I asked the dude, I said, hey, man, what's the deal? How come there are no restaurants open? And he goes, because it's Thanksgiving. And I'm like, oh, wow, I'm sorry, because I was too fucked up the night before and blacked out. It's Thanksgiving. So I grabbed like a hot dog and a 40 of Rainier beer. And I'm sitting there in the parking lot in Twin Falls, Idaho, and I'm having my hot dog, drinking my beer, and I'm going, I really need to get my shit together. And I realized I couldn't do it alone because I was a degenerate. And that's when, for me, I found the solution, dude. Dancing with Snakes with Kenneth Copeland. And getting, and that's when it happened, dude. I was dancing with Snakes with Kenneth Copeland, and it happened, dude. I was cured of all my degeneracy, especially the potaholism. And as you know, potaholism is a disease. And there's no cure, junkie, because you are a disease degenerate, incapable of functioning in normal society. Luckily, there's a solution. Not only is it the 12 steps, that's for like, you'll relapse. You need to take it an extra step because you're a potaholic, okay? Maybe the 12 steps would work if you're dealing with meth or heroin. But for you potaholics, man, you got to take it another level, and you got to dance with snakes, dude. Hi, Em. Let's say like ready. Hi, everybody. My name's Billy Bob, and I'm a potaholic. Hey, Billy Bob, how you doing? Hey, thanks to the 12 steps, Kenneth Copeland, and Dancing with Snakes, I've been off the narcotic, the pot, for 6 months clean. Yeah! Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. You know, I can't give it, the credit doesn't belong to me. The credit belongs with the Snakes and Dancing with Kenneth Copeland. I can't lie, dude. And for me to deny that credit is for me to be, like, not humble. You know? 2 steps. Is this reaching anybody out there that's struggling right now? I would imagine. Look, real quick. 4 people left. Well, let's just, for later. Okay, for those of you that are out there right now, please forgive me. This is meant for you, but you've already heard this spiel. This is for the junkie that will hit this later. Okay, all right. So, hey, sure. In the traditional sense, you are a loser because you're a chronic user of the pot, but that doesn't mean there's no hope. I mean, your disease has no cure, and you are definitely insane. But there is hope. Take a look at Kenneth Copeland and the joy he has. Hey, everybody. My name here is Kenneth Copeland, and I'm here to tell you right now that dancing with this here serpents will cure you of your affliction. It will, dude. Thank you. Man, people are getting reached, dude. I hope this is helping, dude. Trying to export some American culture over to Europe, dude. You know? I'm worried. You know. Don't worry, America's still here, dude. We're dancing with snakes, dude. We're dancing with them. It's okay. It's okay, everybody. Hell yeah, dude. And that's what, you know, kid was telling me, hey, man, I'd like to, you know, I don't know, get a pair of shoes. And I'm like, why are you whining, you little fuck? Why don't you dance with snakes, dude? You know, and that's the answer. You know, sure, I could help him out, but what's that going to do? Next thing you know, he's going to want some kind of government program. You dance with snakes there, tiger. Right? Yeah. I have faith in people, man. I have faith in all of us. Because we're all equally flawed. We're all beautiful. We just don't recognize. Enough hippie shit. Look, I'll be honest with you. Here's why I'm in this game. Hold on. Watch your ears. Watch your ears. Sorry about this. Okay, it won't happen again. This is why I'm in this game. It's because, and I'm not trying to virtue signal, okay? But, there's a reason why I'm on this soapbox about the pot, man. And I'll level with you. It's not because I'm a saint. It's because, yeah, man, I've been there. I snorted lines of the pot off adult entertainers, dude, on the reg. I was shooting up pharmaceutical grade IV form of the pot between my toes to hide the track marks before it got so out of control that after a night of going on a marijuana trip and blacking out, I woke up in bed with 3 nude hotties. To this day, I don't know their names, dude. To this day. I was so whacked out on that narcotic that I flipped out and engaged in deviant sexual behavior with 3 hotties and was so sickly twisted on the pot that I can't even begin to tell you their names, dude. I gotta live with that every day. I gotta look at myself in the mirror. You tell me, man, right? I don't want to hear about hard times, but I just laid that story down to you. Thank you, Amp. Thank you, man. I'm talking about. And I struggled, dude. I struggled. I was like, I went to my doctor. Hold on. Hang on. Here, I planned ahead, man. Somehow I think he was working. Hang on. Dr. Balzacki. You are a potaholic, said Dr. Balzacki. There's no cure for your affliction. What the fuck do I look like? A social worker? Let me send you to a specialist. Then I met Stan, dude. Hey, pal, said Stan. Stan's a certified empath, dude. And he's a practitioner of the 12-step methodology of lifetime recovery, dude. He applies it to everything. Hey, pal, I hear you're struggling with the pot. Why don't we go to a meeting, man? Start doing a deep dive into those steps. Get yourself a sponsor, man. And thanks to Stan, I was able to go to a meeting, dude. But that's when I realized, right, that I'd have to dance with snakes, man. Look, dude, I realized that if I relapse on the pot, I'm going to be one of the 8 billion citizens in this country that die, right? From marijuana overdose every year. So this is keeping me alive, dude. All right? This is how seriously I take my potaholism sobriety. All right? So it's about staying alive and being accountable. That's why I dance with snakes, dude. Okay, let me be real with you guys for a second. As some of you know, through a series of life circumstances, I somehow find myself landed in this really bizarre place in life, man, where at 60 years old, I'm trying to figure out the world. And today, I'm listening because I work I'll put it this way. When I was able to walk again, and it was 2 years ago, one of the things I told myself when I was going through all my bullshit was, gee whiz, if I ever get better, I'm going to try to do something for people that are ignored. So I decided, I said, hey, so anyway, I'm working with people that are ignored. So you hear some pretty heavy shit, right? That kind of, when you're talking to a kid and they're trying to swing like shoes or socks and shit, it kind of puts all the other stuff into perspective. And it's funny because this is just something I'm doing, and it's like nobody wants to deal with this. No one wants to do. It's one of those things that's a real pain in the ass. It's like everybody that's a real fucking pain in the ass that nobody can fucking deal with. And send to this guy because he's some old fucking whatever and could put up whatever. Well, the only reason I can is because I don't know. But it's like, but anyway. It's just, it's eye opening. And so the absurdity of what I hear people say versus what I see people actually do, there's this disconnect. And it drives me apeshit. I think this is important. I stand with that. Well, what the fuck, man? I mean, because I'm seeing a lot of fucking talk, but I see kids with fucking no shoes on their feet, and I'm like thinking, what kind of world is it that me at 60 years old, if I helped create, if you got fucking kids that are like, hey man, I need shoes in this world. Anyway, enough of the hippie shit, because it doesn't matter, because you're all on pot, dude, and that's really why I do it, because despite it all, man, the 7 years of not being able to walk, all the pain, losing my career, losing my life, having to relocate, having to go through hell. It's all worth it. If I can get one person to put down the marijuana delivery device and buckle down, right? Buckle down, do the right thing, get out there, drill down into the data for your organization and help make them more efficient. If I could turn somebody's life around, man, and then go like, you know what? Instead of waking up and loading up my bong and creating art and doing whatever it is I feel like I want to do, you'd have that life. How about this? Let me paint you another picture, junkie. You wake up, you clean up, you put on some pretty pimpin' and happening business casual attire, and you schlep it on into whatever it is organization you work for. They're all the same. They're all equally fun. And you get to go to staff meetings, dude, and look at graphs and charts and numbers, and everybody there is going to pretend they know what everybody's talking about. And the reality is nobody does. Everybody's faking it, including you. Isn't that a better life than waking up and engaging in folly? So if there's somebody out there that's like, you know what? Instead of doing what I want to do this morning, I'm going to put down the marijuana delivery device, and I'm going to get out there and do what corporate America wants me to do. If I can do that for one person, everything, all of it's worth it. All of it. All of it. That's why I'm in this game, and I'm not trying to virtue signal, man. It's not about me. But I got to tell you, man, I'm not going to lie. I thought it would be easier when I took this mission on to reach the junkie, deviant user of the pot. Try to reach them where they're at. You know what I mean? Back alleys, that kind of thing. And despite everything I've done, man, I put all this effort into animation and stories, and I try to say, hey, look, man, this is not a path to go down. Despite that, people continue to use and make a mockery of what my mission, like it's some kind of joke or something. I don't know. It is, dude. Real quick, I'm gonna switch gears. Dude, this is not appropriate to get into it on this particular stream because I'm being too silly. But I will tell you, dude. I'll put it this way. When I was going through what I was going through, and I started doing this as a way to distract myself from pain and doctors telling me all this bullshit. I created this world called Spanky's Puppets, and it's all this chaos. And Spanky, the lead character, his dad's like in and out of jail for gambling. His mom is like nowhere in sight. For Christmas he doesn't want to be evicted. These are the kind of things I had in it. And then I start this time last year, a little over a year ago, I started doing this. My back and my surgery. I'm like, let me do this. And the stories I'm hearing are real life versions of. It's just blown me away. The whole experience. So yeah, it's but I love it, dude. I played this game today real quick. What the fuck? So this kid comes up to me, and they know I'll do anything because I'm just a hippie. And he wants to start this gaming club. I hope I get this right because I don't know dick about anime. But the game was called Beyblade Burst. And I'm like, so I'm thinking he wants to have this anime club. So I'm thinking there's going to be a bunch of kids in there talking about anime and stuff. And I'm like, oh, God, this is going to suck. But, it's what he wanted to do. So they all come in there. And this game, I'm going to do a real bad job. But whatever. It's simulating what they do in the animation. But it's like if you, like, spin a top, like with the thing. But it's like these characters, they've got them in these, like, top forms. And you spin them. And they have these they go against each other like two tops fighting it out. I was flat getting into it, dude. It was a blast. It's the greatest time I've had in years, dude. Beyblades. Beyblades Burst, dude. I was talking all kinds of trash, man. They were like, Mr. Will, is it okay if we cuss? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm getting ready to drop some F-bombs because this isn't normal time, But anyway, that experience was, in all seriousness, this afternoon, when as silly as this sounds, I was sitting there, I had a moment. And the moment is prior to 2016, I thought my life was going to be retired from what I was doing, teaching at some university, business and engineering, playing golf, and being just, doing that thing. Having a nice, easy, and here I am, nowhere near that, in a Title I school, with kids no one gives a flying F about, playing this game, having the time of my life, and it's the best time I ever had. And I'm doing something that no one wants to do. So the lesson is, man, if you can reinvent stuff, but there's plenty of stuff that nobody wants to do. And the great thing about that is because nobody wants to do it, you can do it your way. That's how I approach this. they were like all excited. They're like, "Oh wow, you're in the Marine Corps. You're gonna go in there and kick ass." I'm like, "Oh, you know, I really am not. I'm not a shrink, but I don't think a kid whose mom was ODing last night and didn't sleep, me going off on him about like not paying attention in class is going to get anywhere except make him more pissed off at the world he lives in. So it's weird. I have a different approach. It's not because I got it's just learned from my pain. So it's like a education that you can't get from books, you know. But anyway, it was a good day because of that. That simple thing, playing that game, talking that trash, and watching these kids, laugh. I know that sounds fucking silly, and I get it. I get it. You know, but it was one of those, how the hell this whirlwind of this accident, you're just basically black out for 7 years. You think you're gonna die, whatever. And the life that you are living is the one that was your biggest fear of living before your accident. And now you're living that life, and it's the happiest you've ever been. My biggest fear was losing my career, my all important career, and chase. I get Kenneth Copeland up there talking to you guys, but that was my biggest fear, because I was afraid and didn't feel good about myself, and that was one of the ways I compensated all that other bullshit with, like, look at me, I'm middle management, aren't I cool, right? But anyway, it's all cliche. It's all cliche. But that was my biggest fear, of losing all that. Oh God, what will I do? Especially now, I'm on this path and lost it all. Go from being a human being to a potential financial liability overnight, man, like a pariah. It's like, wait a minute, I thought I was the greatest guy. What? And that's okay. But then you lose it and all this other shit. And you're like, man, the thing that I feared the most fucking happened. And I'm the happiest. Not because I'm on the other side and I'm a baller shot caller, but I'm on the other side and I'm sitting here playing some game, talking shit, and having a time of my life. And I don't know. If it just feels like the right thing. So with that said, let me get off Kenneth Copeland. Hang on. With that said, I would appreciate if you can like and subscribe. My commitment to you, that if you do that, I promise that I will do something live at least once a week, and that I am working on some stuff for a film contest, but I'll do stuff, but I don't give a shit about money. I don't give a shit about this. Will Dick is not my real name. I don't give a shit if people know who I am. But if people are they don't have to like the content, but if they go, well, this is interesting, or whatever, that helps me in what I'm trying to do. Because I am trying to take what you see here and then on my silly lives and translate that into something that's going to help people with trauma. And I know that sounds hippie, but what gives me credibility is if in today's world, unfortunately, it's like, hey, look, there's people that say, hey, this stuff is somewhat okay or got potential to be okay, so please listen to what I have to say about what I want to do that won't cost you anything, but I want to try to use the things that help me and formalize that scientifically and repeatable and all those kind of things in a program that allows people to use satire, anti-establishment humor, in animation, etc., 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 as a way of dealing with certain things. And there's some resilience. I can go on and on and on and on and on, but that's not the point of this. But so yeah, it's crazy. Kenneth Copeland's dancing with snakes. I've got Satan. I've got this. You know, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for somebody to give me a hard time about this because they won't get it. This is not a religion thing, but I'm not going to go in and try to explain it. But we got Jesus with guns, dude. Hey, everybody. This here's American Jesus. I'm here to tell you, back in my day, if you did the pot, you get your ass kicked, said American Jesus. Bottom line, I'm back, baby. So, you know, so yeah, I get it. I get it. My sense of decorum is gone. This is, you know, like the druggie that's got to have more and more and more to maintain the high, right? Well, in order for me to disassociate the pain, the stuff that I would create in the scenarios were just weirder and weirder, you know, because they would become tests like this right here. The story of Bubba, where is he? The marijuana detecting police cock was one of the ways I would challenge myself to not think about pain. Was I'd look around and I'd try to make some kind of bizarre character out of something. So this was a stuffed rooster animal. And I said, okay, I can call it a cock, but what am I going to do? Next thing I know, I was like, hey, I know what I'll do. I'll have, and so it's morphed. And so Bubba is not just a large cock, okay? But the pain was so bad that large cock wasn't enough. So I added another layer that he was a marijuana detecting police cock. That if you're holding the pot, this large cock would descend, right? And the cock would search you. But then that wasn't enough, right? That wouldn't help me disassociate for the pain. So then I had to add Officer Polar riding the large cock. And then that's when I got worried about getting a lawsuit. Because I was worried people were going to come and watch and see Officer Polar riding this large cock and go, I think I'm going to try that. And you can't, dude. You can't just jump on some kind of large cock and ride it like Officer Polar if you're not properly trained. And I don't want to be responsible for people getting hurt for trying to ride large cocks, man, without the proper training. Okay? So I know I've been silly tonight with a lot of things, but I do want to remind you that Officer Polar is a trained cock handler. Okay? He's trained. He's not some fucking ham and egger off the street jumping on his fucking cock. He's been through the proper training and he knows the dangers that are associated with handling a cock this size. You see what I'm saying? You know, it's funny because a lot of older people, you know, I think they try to, you know, back in my day, and they forget. I really, if you're starting to get up there in years, you definitely don't get overconfident, man. Go see a doctor. Okay, go to your doctor. Like, look, I'm not. This is for the men because you know I don't want to get all patriarchal. And tell any women doctor stuff. But if you're a guy, man, when you're around 40, will you do me a favor? Just remember this. If you're not in your 40s yet, but if you're in your 40s and above, your next doctor appointment, just say, hey, doc, I think I'm looking into getting into cock riding, man. But before I do, can we get myself a pretty thorough physical to make sure I'm capable of handling a large cock at my age. That's what I would say. Okay. And look, the doctor's going to know. He's going to, well, look, he's going to say, hey, look, man, not trying to be offensive, but you are getting up in years. And cock handling is, as you get older, yeah, but you may want to be careful. You may want to be careful. You may want to look for, a cock that's more in line with where you're at physically. I'm just saying, there's no shame as you age. It happens. With that said, tomorrow morning, I've got to get up early and do some stuff. But I want to say, I'm really glad I did this. Jen, thank you as always. Emp, it's great, dude. Allie, at 79 Treach, I think, thank you, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, dude. I want you to check out. I'll get with you, but Rich New Design and Alley Patches, Camp G. There's a couple other things I want you to check. There's people way more talented than me. I'm just an old hack that's trying to figure out how I can get back on a cock again, like Officer Polar, dude. I just don't want to be one of those guys that's sitting at the bar, down at the end of the street. Did you tell me nothing about riding cocks? You can't tell me nothing about riding cocks, nothing know-how as you're drinking. I don't have to be that guy. I want to be that guy that's so confident, man, that while everybody's, I'm like, I don't have to talk. Right? I don't have to talk, man. Silent professional. Silent professional. Cock handler. You don't have to podcast, talk about it. Right? So that's who I want to be, man. So hopefully one day. Now, with that said, I do want to say, hey, it is time to go to bed. I hope everybody has a great night. Thank you so much. Peace and love from all of us, the land of make-believe. Good night.